Good morning, children. Welcome to the science class. Today we are going to do next topic of lesson 7, that is migration. So let's first understand what is migration. So let's read. Animals move from one place to another for various purposes. Some animals move to distant places to avoid harsh climate and in search of food. Some animals move at a time of breeding. Animals move both short and long distances. They move by swimming, flying, walking, hopping, and burrowing. The mass movement of animals from one place to another is called migration. Some fishes, such as salmon, hilsa, migrate from oceans, or we will continue reading this now. First, let us understand this much. Okay, so this tells us that animals move from one place to another for various purposes. Now, first purpose is for searching of food, and in harsh climate especially, because when there is lot of snowfall, then what happens, all the trees get covered by snow, and in that harsh climate animals do not get enough food, so they go in search of food to warmer places where there is no snow. And also it may be to distant places, but they go distant means very far, but they go due to harsh climate, then in search of food. Then some animals move at the time of breeding. Some animals, they cannot lay eggs there in harsh climate, so they move to the warmer places to lay eggs and breed their little ones. Then animals move both short and long distances. Some animals move long, very, very long distances for migrating. Migrating means to go from one place to another and then again come back to the original place. So this is called migration. They move by swimming, flying, walking, hopping, whatever way the animal can move or locomote, it goes in that way. Now, the mass movement of animals from one place to another, mass movement means together. They do not fly alone or they do not swim alone. Animals go in masses. Masses means groups. So they grow in groups from one place to another, and this is called migration. Some fishes such as salmon, hilsa migrate from oceans. So all these fishes, salmon, hilsa, they are living in originally in sea or oceans. Deltas to rivers for laying eggs. So these salmon and hilsa, they come to the rivers for laying eggs. Generally, they live in ocean most of the time. But eel fishes, on the contrary means opposite to other fishes. They live in river, but they migrate to ocean for laying eggs. After laying eggs, fishes die, and their young ones migrate to the river water and live there like their parents. Now, this ocean is written in your book. This is wrong. Please cut it with one line and write river in this place. Okay, children, do this correction. It is printed wrong because the young ones, just like their parents, they come back and live in river. But when they have to, then they grow up and they have to lay eggs, then they again go to the sea to lay eggs. Then toads migrate back to the pond, marshy land, or lake for laying eggs. Toad and frogs, they are amphibians. They can live on land also and in water also. So toads go to the water to lay eggs, and their baby is just like a fish. Tadpole has gills to breathe in the water because their egg hatch in water and then tadpole grow into an adult frog or toad. So, and then it has lungs to breathe on land. So, toads migrate back to the pond or lake for laying eggs. Then, African elephants migrate to find food during the dry season in their habitats. So, when there is dry season, they do not get anything to eat, then they migrate for searching food. Then, the gray whales migrate about 20,000 kilometers each year. I will show you after this a video where you will see that gray whales how they migrate such a long distance from sea to the lagoons where they get warm water. Then olive ridley turtles migrate to reproduce. Every year, thousands of olive ridley turtles come to the coast of Odisha for laying eggs from Sri Lanka. You know, olive ridley turtles are found in India, in Odisha, and they lay their eggs on the coast of Odisha. And then when their children grow, they again migrate to Bay of Bengal from Indian Ocean and go to Sri Lanka. Then caribou deer, a deer-like animal, lives in Arctic region. During winters, it migrates to southern part in search of green grazing grounds. Grazing means for getting grass for eating. Okay. Now migration is very common in birds. Birds like swallows, ducks, geese migrate a long distance. The Arctic tern migrates the longest distances. They fly over 20,000 to 35,000 kilometers from Arctic region to Antarctica every year. You know, Arctic tern, it goes from Arctic circle to Antarctic circle every year. You must have seen the globe. You can see they both are far from each other on the two ends of the globe. So it is almost 20,000 to 35,000 kilometers distance which Arctic tern manages, and it has to fly such a long distance. Then the Siberian cranes migrate from Siberia to India during winters. Siberia and Russia is the place where Siberian cranes are found, and they fly over the Himalayas, just cross them, and then come to India during winters, because in winters there is less cold here as compared to Siberia and Russia. There is the temperature in minus degrees. So we call them our winter guests. We should not disturb them. We should protect them with utmost care. So during winters, if you go to bird sanctuary, Nawabganj Bird Sanctuary or Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary, you will find lot of Siberian cranes. They come to visit in the winters. So during the best season to visit bird sanctuary is during December, January months. So if you go to visit Nawabganj or Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary, then you can see Siberian crane there. You can see here a picture of Siberian crane. Now here you can see I have put this eelfish. You can see this eelfish. It migrates, as you have read, to ocean water to lay eggs. Now this African elephants in dry season, they go to the areas where they get food. Then olive ridley turtle, you can see they migrate from Odisha to Sri Lanka. Then Arctic tern, as you all know, it flies almost 35 to 30,000 kilometers, and from Arctic Circle to Antarctic Circle. It is almost 18,641 miles. Then you can see a caribou deer. It is found in Alaska, and it goes to the summer portions where there is warmth to graze the grass. Then this is Siberian crane. You know, Siberian crane also come to India from Siberia or Russia because there is lot very cold there. Then you know this gray whale, longest migration for a mammal. It almost migrates 20,000 kilometers from. It comes from the Arctic waters. See, icy Arctic water is here, and it comes to the Baja Lagoons. This is in Mexico. So it comes back here, then again go back. You can see the migration of the gray whale. It is going back to Arctic region, then again coming to the Baja Lagoons. And this is approximately 10,000 kilometers one side and 10,000 again going back. This is the gray whale. You can see it is breathing and giving out water while breathing. This is gray whale, and it is migrating from here to here, then again going back. This is migration. Coming to the place, then again going back to the original place. This is migration. Okay, children, I hope you have understood this much. Please go through the chapter, read it, and then see the video at least 2 times. and you will be able to understand this chapter. Okay. Okay, then see you in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.